on. I walked outside. He's like, "Can you go lay another line?" And I was like, absolutely, right? I just walked back in, put my wet clothes back on, and off to the road we went.
Yeah.
So that's what we're there for, right?
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
And we even had to drag my son out of the cabin to run a test.
Yeah, he went with me on that one, and that one was a rough field. Like that one got my allergies, and you showed me on the map. You're like, right here. I get down. I'm like, oh, this is a field. This won't be too bad. As soon as I hit that wood line, straight up, I was like, of course you gonna make the last one all uphill.
And that was Chris Snell that tested on that with his Beagle, and man,
yeah, what a Beagle.
That was a beautiful test run. I mean, I wasn't sure what to think because he told me he was new and it just started in October. And when he said that, I'm like, oh man, and you're going for the season test. This might be a challenge. And we get out there and that dog started working super slow, very methodical. Yeah, he's right here. Started working super slow, very methodical. And man, when we got to the 90-degree turn, as slow and methodical as that dog worked and didn't take one step past it, it hit it, turned every time. I mean, that dog worked it flawless. And Chris didn't have to say a word to the dog. I mean, it knew its job.
Yeah, in his starter test, I judged that one. It was beautiful to watch. I was sitting back just kind of like, this is great. At one point, he was watching his dog so hard, he almost ran into the no trespassing sign hanging in the like I hung it right above the trail, and he almost ran right into it. It was pretty fun. Same thing on that one. I mean, perfect 90s. Like I looked at the GPS afterwards, and I'm like, this is beautiful.
SOD deer tracking, which is Chris Snell. He said, they squeezed me in for my season after dark. I was so nervous it was going to be getting dark during it. The only light I had was my daughter's half-dead flashlight I found in my truck as I was driving to the test site, and it definitely got dark.
Okay.
So let's see.
Well, he had his wife bring his dog back up, didn't he, too? He got there, was like, why didn't I bring my dog?
Yeah. His wife drove 2 hours to bring him the dog so he could run that test.
Joe, you said something about Chris earlier about that he almost ran into the sign because he's walking.
Yeah.
That's funny. You said that Kenny and I were talking about Chris today or yesterday. I couldn't remember how attentive he was to his dog. He's probably the most attentive tracker I've seen pay attention to his dog in this seminar.
You could definitely tell he was honed in, and I mean, I almost think that dog could have walked a blind man to the deer with how it tracked.
Yeah. I agree.